okay? So I'm gonna paint a line using my narrow, wide bristle brush. I'm gonna be painting a line on the left side of my section. Now that's not going quite all the way to the middle. I really just want the product on the left side of my subsection. And then I'm gonna take my orange and I'm gonna paint that on the right side of my subsection. And as I paint that down, I'm leaving that dry area in the middle. Can you all see that on the screen? Cool? Oh, and I forgot to set up. You guys, we're gonna do see-do. So you guys are gonna watch me do these foils, and then we'll let you have a chance to do them, cool? Be a little easier to focus if you look up here, cool? So check it out on the screen right now. I've got some red here and some orange here and a dry space in the middle. And then we're gonna take our blur brush, and we're just gonna use the blur brush to feather these two together. Now you can see the movement I'm making is I'm making a couple diagonals in one direction, and then a couple diagonals in the other direction, and then a couple diagonals in one direction, a couple diagonals in the other direction. So you just swipe it back and forth, cool? Then I'm gonna set my blur brush down, and I'm just gonna lay another foil right on top of that section, cool? So I did red, orange first, right? So on my next section, I'm gonna take down another slice. And on my next section, I'm gonna lay that right on top of my foil. And I'm gonna come back with my board. I'm gonna slip that board underneath. And now I'm gonna do the orange on the left. And I'm gonna do the red on the right. Still leaving a little dry space in the middle. And see, my fingers are hanging onto the hair at the end here. So when I let go of that, I can come back here and finish up my orange line, now that the hair is nice and secure and wet with product. Then I'm gonna take my blur brush again and do the same sort of diagonal blending motion. So from the orange into the red, and then from the red into the orange, little diagonals. Are you guys all able to see that on the screen? Say yes if you can.
Yes.
Very good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to drop that down, and we're going to lay another foil on top of that. So I'm going to take another slice. Now your slices here should be very, very thin. It's important that they be from about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch thick. This is important because if they're too thick, you won't ever really get the blur brush to push the hair, or push the color through the hair. The bristles on the blur brush are super, super soft, and you can't really force them to do anything they're not going to do. So you can do your best to just sort of work that through if the subsection's too thick, but don't be surprised if you find some little holidays when it's all done. Okay, just take your blur brush, and again, little diagonal movements. Now I'm gonna do this one more time, but which one do you think I'm gonna put on the left?
Red. Orange.
The orange, right? So you do red on the left, orange on the right, and then orange on the left, red on the right. And then red on the left,